Hello, and welcome back to the Great Circle. TJ here, developer for the game, and I thank you all because we are bringing you a new dev update full of stuff that we've been working on. If you're new, you can follow this development for the game by going into the description and following the Great Circle's official YouTube channel. We also have a Twitter, and soon to come will be Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Discord, all that good stuff. But for now, I wanted to show you what we've been working on. And give me 1 second to pull everything over here. Hello everyone in the chat, Mason, also Solo ASMR. Welcome back. Give me 1 second. Alright, says the connection is good. Alright. Now also, if you are new and you don't know what the Great Circle is, the Great Circle is an upcoming animal survival game. It's currently in development. It's along the same lines as the Isle or Beast of Bermuda or Path of Titans, and the focus of this game is African animals, and it is set in a giant African caldera. That's basically a crater left behind by a super volcano explosion. So in the actual background of the screen, you can see the circle. That's actually the crater that I'm referring to. Okay, let's get into the editor. I want to show you what we've got. We've got 5 new playable characters to go over first. All right, welcome back. We're in DV test level 1, our home for everything under development. So let me show you the first character that we have. Well, actually, let's go and take a look real quick. We'll show you the current playable roster. Will this game be on Android? I believe eventually. Mobile is something that I really want for the game to extend to, but first the focus is going to be PC, Mac, basically desktop, and then mobile, and then if possible, consoles would be nice too. Okay, let's get in here. Let's go to our player characters. Okay, so there are 2 rosters of animals in this game. First, the AI, basically the animals that the computer can control. That's the biggest roster. It has the most animals. It has every animal. But then there is the playable characters. They take longer to develop because I have to put in extra functionality, like what happens when you press a certain button on your keybind, what happens when you use a controller. How can you zoom with the camera? There are things that you get to do as a player that the computer does not have to worry about, and that's why it takes longer. So, to that end, the 5 new characters that I want to show you today. We have 3 turtles and tortoises, along with the sparrow and a butterfly. First, the box tortoise, or box turtle. Let's go ahead and just show you. Okay, so this guy's actually been in the vault here for a long time. We actually just haven't been able to play with him, and he was mainly brought in for testing. So, truth be told, the box turtle is not native to Africa. He's actually native to North America. Any instances of box tortoise or turtle that you find in Africa are actually considered invasive species. But this has been a really good prototyping model. It had good animation, so I was using him for other turtle animals that actually are in Africa. So you can kind of consider him a placeholder. But he actually is pretty fun to play with. So for now, he's in the game as a scientifically inaccurate playable. But consider him as placeholder. I don't know how long he'll stay. But this is the box turtle. So very basic play that you get with him. You get 3 speeds, obviously. You get your walk. Oh wait, so you get your slow walk or your Z walk. You got your trot for a tortoise that is. And then you have your sprint. Again, for a turtle. That's pretty fast. Also, he has a bite attack. It's going to do like 1 HP damage. And lastly, the last function, if you're playing a turtle, you can hide. You can take shelter in the comfort of your shell. So no matter where you go, you are at home. So characters like this, the turtle, the tortoise, basically, I believe they are suitable mostly for players who like peaceful play. They don't enjoy the combat. So if you want to enjoy more of the peaceful side of the game, the immersive side, if you're ultra realism based, then the turtle may be the right animal for you. Doesn't move very fast, but pretty much if you feel threatened, once you go in your shell, pretty much it's going to be that nothing can get to you, except a crocodile. We'll get into that later. But yeah, so that's the box turtle. Again, I know it's not native to Africa, but we're just putting it in the game because he's been a prototype character that we've been testing with, and he actually works pretty well. So let's get to a character who actually is native to Africa. That will be the Salcata Tortoise. Hope I'm saying that right. Now the Salcada Tortoise, or Salcata Tortoise, also called the I forgot the actual name. This one is native to Africa, and it is actually the third largest species of tortoise in the entire world. So after the Galapagos, this is one of the biggest ones that you will find. The difference between a turtle and a tortoise basically is a turtle is partially adapted for life in the water. I guess you can consider them semi-aquatic. Tortoises are basically all land-based, so that's what these guys are. Now, just like box turtle, 3 speeds. Let's see here. We've got our slow walk, or our Z-walk. We've got our trot. And then we got our sprint. For when you get in danger and you really need to run and hide in a bush, you can do that. But if you don't have a bush, guess what? You can go into your shell. And once you're in here, very, very few animals can get to you. So it's a different style of gameplay for players who choose this kind of animal. Obviously, its defensive capabilities are very high. It doesn't really have an ability to get away from predators, so it really does rely on its shell. Having said that, this animal is not invulnerable. There are animals that can get to a tortoise by biting its face. You know, things like perhaps a mongoose or a meerkat. Also fishers. So, and the threat of a crocodile actually is a big threat as well. They have the strongest bite force in the world by far. But if this is your thing, this is your character. So you've got those two to choose from. Oh, also he has a bite. Again, he's not a fighting character, so it won't be a very powerful damage attack, but it is something. So maybe against small animals, you can discourage them from attacking by biting back a little bit. And when you can't fight, just hide in your shell. Okay, let's move on. Our third character. This is going to be take a little bit of explaining. We have the another one, a turtle. This one you have heard about. This is the alligator snapping turtle. Now, while it's not native to Africa, there are very well established populations of invasive species of alligator snapping turtles in Africa. So you actually can find them pretty easily in Africa. Again, they're not native, but they do reside in Africa as an invasive species. So I feel that it's okay to include them in the game. Also, this guy is fun to play with. You get your 3 speeds as well with this one. The difference between the tortoise, the turtles, and you know, this guy here, practically speaking, will be the stats. So some of the tortoises and turtles can move faster than others. Some will have a longer time that you can go without food. Some have better attack. So this one has a really good attack power, because alligator snapping turtles have a very powerful bite in real life. So while the box turtle and the Salcata Tortoise may not be able to do much damage, this guy will do a lot of damage, even to predators like a honey badger or a leopard. That bite can really hurt, and even a lion. Taking a bite from this guy will be really nasty. Now again, there are pros to cons to everything. This guy cannot hide in a shell. That's actually not true to life. They actually can use their shell more, but the model and assets that I was able to acquire actually did not come with the hide in the shell function. So maybe it's just as well that some characters have benefits and drawbacks. So this guy's no exception. So while he's also slow, he is faster than the others, and he has attack power. So because he can't get away, he has to have the ability to fight back. So how many turtles? We've got, well, technically, we have 2 turtles. The alligator snapping turtle and the box turtle. And if you want to be super technical, 2 turtles, 1 tortoise. And actually, I have one more that I may or may not bring into the game, just depending on how much work I want to do. But, yeah, so three playable turtles or tortoises at this moment for the character. Again, the playable animals are basically available at launch. As soon as the game is available, you will have access to all 3 of these, at least, and whatever else is available at the time when we launch. Okay, let's take a look at our new character number 4. Now, this one has not been shown before. I did reference it. Reveal yourself. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Oh, no. Do I feel a crash coming? Please don't crash. Okay. Thank goodness. Okay, we're just compiling. All right, give it a second to compile. I actually have a new character for you. Oh, let me look at the chat, make sure I'm not ignoring anyone. All right, Mason had to go. Nice. Thank you. Seems like the work is paying off, and I mean, I've been on a tear recently with adding new characters. Okay. Here's our 4th character. Never been shown before. This is the Sparrow. Pretty common throughout the entire world. No explanation necessary. You can find him anywhere. So we got our 3 different speeds. Well, actually, only have 2 different speeds for this guy. And it's actually was really hard to get it right. They mostly hop. They don't really do this, but if I have to have this animation, I want it to be as accurate as, or as believable as possible. They do walk very, very seldom, but this is kind of how they do. Most of the time they do this. They kind of hop around. So this guy moves around on the ground. He can also fly. And it's pretty simple as that. Now, the sparrows are different from the other birds. They are all going to have different abilities in terms of, you know, which one flies faster, which one maneuvers better, which one can fly higher, which one has better vision and can lock on to targets from farther distances away. There's a lot of different factors that will come into, you know, when you play one bird versus another. But basically, all of them can fly, except for the ostrich. That one can't fly. And while I don't have a model or animations for that one yet, I'm working on it, and we'll update you as soon as possible. But yeah, this is the Sparrow. No combat yet, but you can expect that it will be able to do some little attacks. So, you know, you can feed on small things like bugs, insects. You can fight back against small things that try to attack you. But your best weapon is just being able to fly away. And I am working on a kind of riding system where if you're a smaller bird, maybe not the sparrow, but if you're something the size of a sparrow, you can land on something like this and ride it. So an elephant, a rhino, or a buffalo, if you're this size, you should be able to land on it and ride it. And you also should be able to find food by landing on these animals and biting and eating the ticks off of them. Still under development for that whole system, but we're making progress. Okay, let's move on to our final new character. Now, if you've saw the previous stream, you already know about this one, but for those who don't know, we have our very first ever butterfly. You can play as the Monarch Butterfly. This is a species of butterfly that is actually found all over the world. It's pretty common. Although I have only seen one once where I live. It's pretty crazy. When I saw it, I was like, oh my god, it's that thing that I saw on Discovery Channel. It's a monarch butterfly. But you can find them everywhere. Africa, basically every continent. All requirements of survival apply no matter what animal you are. You're going to need to eat, so there will be food sources for each animal. We're working on making sure that every animal has specific food sources, so if you're a butterfly, you don't eat exactly the same thing as other insects. And if you're a bird, whether you be a sparrow or an eagle or an owl, you kind of will want to eat different things. And we'll be having different nutritional value for whatever you eat, depending on what bird you are. You'll get more basically for what you eat. But yeah, if you ever wanted to be a beautiful butterfly, you can start by being a monarch butterfly. This will not be the last. It is only the first. So we will be having other species of butterfly. But this one was very important to get because it is a common butterfly, or relatively common. And it is actually turning out to be a really good prototype model. So I can use this to create the controls that I need for future insects like the butterfly. Perhaps we'll have a giant moth. We'll see. Yes, ASMR, this is going to be so awesome when we launch. But it's very important to have a lot of choices, because as we're figuring out things and getting feedback, I don't want people to get bored by playing just only a few small roster of animals. So definitely working hard with getting all the different types in. Okay, so this has been basically all 5 of the new characters. Now I have something new to show you, but for that I'm going to need to go into an actual biome. So if you've been watching the previous streams, you've been watching us develop our first brush biome. I'm going to go there right now to do the next demonstration. We'll go to DV test level 4. I like to make biomes in this level. Right now I have the brush biome 1 in here. There will be several different types of brush environments, but this is brush biome 1. Brush is basically bushes and some cleared land, but basically it's brush. That's the best way I know to describe it. Okay, so what I want to show you in here, let's see, what animal will I be to show you this? Why don't I be the snapping turtle? Nah, let me be a box. Okay, and let's go down. All right, let's see here. Oh, picked the wrong animal. Let's get this right. Player version. Okay, now the newest environmental update is here. Still being worked on heavily, but I'm very excited to show you this. If you see where I'm going, you've guessed it. The water environment is alive. While I'm still working on swimming, going into the water, it now shows basically a water effect. And that bird should not be there, but if you look off into the distance, you can actually see fish swimming in the water. So the new update is we have some living underwater environment that changes when you go underwater. We don't have swimming yet for the player, that is, but we do have fish AI and swimming for the fish AI, which I'm extending from fish to basically every animal from there. So I'm using the fish as kind of a prototype. Kind of moving as fast as I can here. So I can get a better look at the fish. Oh, here's a fish. And glitching a little bit. That is a Atlantic cod, I believe. Some of these fish will be placeholder, and what I'm going to do is get them working and then replace them with kind of scientifically accurate. What I would like is for every animal in this game to be native to Africa, or at least have an established population in Africa. So like some species are not native, but they are established as invasive species, like the alligator snapping turtle. So yeah, we're coming along with the underwater environment. Those trees and bushes will be replaced with things like algae, weeds, seaweeds, and things like that, things you find underwater. And with the new environment of underwater comes new creatures. So while I've been focused on land critters and the birds a lot recently, I will now start to shift my focus to, oh look, there's another turtle. Let me try to catch up as fast as I can. The turtle. Don't sleep on the turtle. Oh, is his animation broken? Yes, I need to fix that. His legs aren't moving. That is a Salcata Tortoise. Just AI. So now the biome is becoming alive, because when I add new creatures to the roster, I then add them to the biomes, so they are able to spawn in. Okay, but yes, so I'm focused on bringing in some aquatic and semi-aquatic creatures, like the highly anticipated, highly requested crocodile. Not sure the species will be the Nile crocodile yet, but I believe that's what it's going to be. I'm working on finding a good model with animations for that. But crocodile, I already have a hippo, but we're going to make it playable and make it swim, have the ability to swim as soon as that system is worked out. And other things that go into the water. I can't recall off the top of my head right off the moment, but anything that is African based and can swim in the water, that's what we're looking at to put in the game. If you have any suggestions, please add them to the comments section, and I will add them to the list. If you are a tortoise or a turtle, seagulls. If you're a tortoise or turtle or tortoise, you can hide in the bushes. You can hide in the bushes if you're anything, really, but best for you guys. And then you can go into the protection of your shell. Still got to fix some of these birds in the air. They're using the wrong animation. You're getting a loading? Oh no. I got the new cord. I guess it's not the cord. I got like a Cat 7 gigabit speed and Ethernet cord, but I don't think that it's the cord. There's something else affecting my stream speed, because on the other computer it's more stable and there seems to be less lag. It's doing better today, but I mean, it's just not. I was hoping it would just completely resolve the issue, but we'll see. Yeah, so sorry if it's skipping a little bit on the stream. What happens usually is if the stream is messing up, usually the recording is much better afterwards. So, you know, just the data getting up and being viewed in real time is not going to be as good as, you know, just once the data gets processed and it's made into an actual video. I would like to add some flapping sounds for those guys. Hey, what's up, Ellis? How you doing, Wolf's Jaws? Wolf Jaws says, so is this game going to be like the Isle, but Africa? Yes, that's basically an apt way to put it. In fact, that's probably the simplest breakdown you can probably do, is say, hey, this is a survival game in the same vein as the Isle or Beasts of Bermuda or Path of Titans, but the focus is African animals. And specifically in our game, the setting is an African caldera. So it's a giant crater, and it has a bunch of different environmental biomes. Right now, we're in one of the biomes that we've been developing, Brush 1. Oh shit, it's a lion. So we're in Brush 1. There are going to be different versions of this brush. So, for example, Brush 2 may have more or less bushes, or different types of bushes, or different types of animals that spawn in. But this is one of the types of biomes that we're going to have in the giant crater. He's going to get some water. Wolf says, oops, I'm getting lag. Sorry about that. It tends to happen on this computer for some freaking reason. So my next stream will be on the other computer until I figure out what's up with this one. Now I do have some good news, and I'm kind of pushing it towards the end of the stream here. Let me see. My cat says, can't see. All I see is the loading thing. Try refreshing ASMR. Some folks have tried that in the middle of the stream when that happened, and it did better. Let's see. Help us, please. So this game will be multiplayer. Yes. Oh, he's attacking something. Yes. Hang on. There's multiple lions. Oh, the pride is here. They're attacking something. Yes, so it will be multiplayer eventually. To start, what's going to happen is it's going to be single player, where it's PvE, so you'll be able to play the game like I am, and you know, you'll be at odds with the environment and with AI that are trying to survive in the environment as well. So the reason we won't be multiplayer at the very, very beginning is because we have not gotten to a point where we can do a funding or a crowdsourcing yet. And part of that money would be to rent servers so that we can have official multiplayer servers so that everyone can log in and play. Just like on the Isle, just like Path of Titans or Beasts of Bermuda, they have official servers, and then they also have it set up where you know, players can have their own private servers and have their own rules. We want to do the exact same thing, but we don't have money for official servers yet. So the first iteration of this game will be basically only single player with AI in the environment, and then we will have our own servers, and then that will be full multiplayer. But we are building the game for multiplayer. As you can see in the bottom left hand side of this screen, wow, that was different. In the bottom left hand side of the screen, there is a chat window. So in the chat window, you'll be able to do everything that you do right now in the Isle. You got your global, you got your local, you got your group. Now for us, we also have private one-to-one chat. So that one's going to be a new one. And what we're thinking about doing is, instead of having this system commands tab, we're going to have it so you can have one-to-one conversations with whatever admin happens to be on the server at the time. So if you want to report something, if there's a bug, or if you're having a problem with another player, you will have the option to click the admin tab, if we decide to do this, I'm still considering it. I'm not try not to have too many tabs up here, but if we do have this admin tab, you'll be able to hit it, and any message that you type will go straight to an admin, and they can respond to it in that channel. And the conversation between you and the admin will just only be seen by you and the admin. Same thing when other players use that channel to talk to the admin. You may all be using the same channel, but only they can see the messages sent to the admins, and you will be able to see whatever they send back. So if we go that route, that tab will be specifically for every player, one-to-one with whatever admin is on the server. Isn't that cool? And then, of course, a private tab will be for if you have, say, a group of members, but maybe you're thinking about breaking off from the group and just starting your own new group, and you want like maybe a few select members from the current group to go with you. You can initiate one-to-one chats in that private with them, those members of the group, and the other members of the group will not be able to see it because it's private. So that will be awesome as well. Let me see. I'm not sure. I have a few more updates to go over, but if you got to go, feel free to do that. Of course, the stream is available as a video that you can watch later on. Give me 1 second here. Will follow my career with great interest. The game is very pretty. Thank you so much. I want this game to look so good and to feel so immersive. So I'm really working on how it looks, how it feels, how it sounds, and I'm hoping that, you know, it is of really good quality. All right, let's go on to the next part here. So we'll cover the other underwater environment, the fish, player swimmables coming soon, PvE and PvP coming soon as well. So I showed this on the last stream, but in case you haven't seen it, let me show you real quick. Let me play as Stork. Stork also available at launch for the player. Okay, so I'm currently working on the combat for the game, basically assigning attacks for every animal. The AI is enabled with the attacks already. Even if not all of them have their attacks assigned, they all have the ability to engage with each other and fight each other. And, you know, all the herbivores are trying to find bush, while the carnivores are trying to hunt herbivores. And they do have attack and defense stats, so they can kill each other. They can attack the player right now, but they cannot kill the player right now. And I'm working on making sure that that's linked up so that the player will be able to engage in combat with the AI, just like the AI can engage with itself. And the AI should be able to hunt the player as well. Let's see where this guy's going. I guess he's just looking for bush. I want to go to a lion that's attacking something real quick. Let's see if I can find something. Lion is playable, technically, but it's not. The lion is completely a prototype. It is not nearly the quality that it needs to be for a character as popular and as requested as the lion is. You know, the lion is going to be like the Tyrannosaurus, you know, the big bad carnivore. A lot of people are going to want to play it. It has to be great quality. So it is in the game right now, but it's completely placeholder and I think low quality. But I have things in mind for what I think the final quality of the lion is going to be, and it looks amazing. But it's going to take some time to get there. Let's see here. Got a few elephants. Where are the lions at? At the water hole? Oh, I can see the fish. Check out the fish. Let's go underwater real quick. Alright, so we have a koi, we have 3 koi and 2 Atlantic cod, and they are glitching a bit, so I will have to fix that. But once I'm done, it's going to look pretty good. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, there's some lions over here. Need a bug tester to see why my stream is lagging. I am sorry about that. Part of that is probably my settings. Let's see. Welcome back, Mason. Okay. Again, for those who are joining the stream late, the stream will be available as a video that you can watch right after the stream is done. So feel free, you can rewind it, watch it again if you miss any info. Right now, I just wanted to kind of demonstrate that the AI has the ability to attack and hunt each other. This lion is hunting for something. If I trigger it, right now, let me see here. Let's see if I can get it to come after me. If it thinks it can get me, it'll come. Okay, it's... Oh, I didn't see that guy. This one came out of nowhere. Legit scared me. Alright, so that lion just tried to attack me. As I was saying, the lion can't kill the player right now, so I can fly down if I want in front of it, and it can't really hurt me. Because the player doesn't have stats attached yet. Did anyone else get taken by surprise by that lion? Oh, here it is. Now the other one wants to come after me. See what I was saying about the quality? I don't like the animation for the lions. So it's just a test. That red spear that you just saw up here is the visualization of its attack. If I am a character that can be damaged inside that spear when it goes off, that means I will take the lion's damage head on. The sound's not bad, but it's mainly the model and the animation that I'm dissatisfied with. And I knew that when I got the model. I was just wanted a test model for the lion. So it is completely placeholder. One second of no lag, 15 seconds of lag. Oh man. Alright, well let me hurry up and end this stream. So I have a surprise that I'm doing on a stream right after this, and it's gonna be from the better computer, so there should be no lag on that one. So I did show that it attacked me.